Is this a classic flat spot for the Ravens coming off that big win on Monday night? Should we be worried? Should we be worried about the Ravens this week?
I think it's more about the travel. I mean, they get back probably Tuesday morning, early AM in Baltimore. It's week 17. You got to go to practice on Wednesday. I mean, just body recovery. I'm not sure emotional. I think emotionally they're fine. I mean, they're a veteran team. They've won these games before. They've played these games before. Like, to me, that's not the concern. The concern is just body-wise, right? Is having to come back and play a Miami team that's a little fresher, that hasn't, been able to sleep one more night, rest one more day, and that's my concern with Baltimore spot. Not really emotionally, just physically coming back and playing in such a short rest against a Miami team that it just has a little more rest in you guys. I don't really worry about them, just being ready to play, but just physically, can they make that bounce back? But look, the Dolphins, I think, showed a lot in this win against the Cowboys, because we've talked a lot about their inability at times to play against these quote unquote like physical teams, right? These better teams, the teams with winning records. They won that game against the Cowboys without playing their A game on offense. And I think that's a big component to their confidence heading into the Baltimore game. Like, hey guys, we won without playing our best. Imagine us playing our best against Baltimore in this game. And one other note, it's worth exploring, guys. The Miami defense has been really good since Jalen Ramsey came back. Like one of the best in the NFL. And we were waiting for the Vic Fangio Dolphins defense to start sort of playing better. And as soon as you get your number one cornerback, shocking, you play a lot better.
Yeah, imagine that.
The most points, the most points they allowed was, I think 27 to Tennessee. That's a weird game. And 20 to the Cowboys. Otherwise, it's 14 to the Chiefs. It's 17s. It's 13s. It's 15s. Like, this defense, guys, is really good. I think that's a big part of this game for the Dolphins to have success, is if their defense can slow down the Ravens offense, then this is a ball game.
Yeah, I look at this game, Miami and Baltimore, and it's fascinating because let's just rewind 1 week. Nobody really wanted to bet Baltimore. I'm generalizing here, but for the most part, it was a San Francisco party. I mean, that line got bet from 4 to 4.5, all the way up to 6.5. Everybody bet San Francisco. The sharps laid it early. The public piled on late. And now Baltimore beats San Francisco. And now you can get 3 with Miami. And let's also discuss this. The 3 best coaches the last 2 years ATS are Dan Campbell, Brian Daboll, and Mike McDaniel. McDaniel 20 and 13. Not the largest sample size in the world, but this will be a spot, I promise you, where you're going to see a lot more support coming into the game on Baltimore. Nobody wanted to bet Baltimore last week, but now Lamar's the MVP, and I only got to lay 3, and it's just – I'm not a big teaser player, but Will, you could tease this up to 9 on Miami. Go through the 4 and the 7 and even the 8, which is a lot more valuable in 2023 because coaches are going for 2 all the time.
Right.
I'm very cautious of this Baltimore layup that is being thrown out there, that Baltimore is just such a good bet here. And I think these 2 teams are very close, very close.
The thing that would keep me off of Miami, I still think Tua has some flaws. One, playing in the cold, and it's not going to be crazy cold. It's going to be in the 40s here, but in pressure. I just don't think he's athletic enough to escape the rush. I think if you throw them off their game, it's a little. They've been compared a lot to the greatest show on turf, Rams, where if you just throw the rhythm off like the Patriots did in that Super Bowl 20-something years ago, they're just not the same team. I feel like Baltimore with that aggressive defense, I know it's not a good spot for Baltimore on the short week. I just think it's a tough matchup for the Dolphins here. They were flying all over the place on Monday night. That was, it looked like they just, not that they knew it was coming, but man, everything is short and underneath with the 49ers. They don't have that deep ball to sometimes keep you honest. And the Ravens were just teeing off and ready for everything.
Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.